In this video, I'm going to give you some inspiration for how you can use the pig's nose WireWizz attachment. So here you see I've coiled the wire around the attachment, and now you just turn around the longer of the rods, twist it, and that will fall out, and then the second one will fall out as well, and then you end up with this coiled bead. The next thing to do is to use your cutters just to snip off any extended ends. And if you're going to thread it with wire or thin cord or with monofilament, just turn the end into a little circle and push it on the inside, because that means that when you thread it with something thinner, it won't move around so much. If you're just going to plug it with bigger beads, you don't have to do that. But just make sure the ends are not protruding or sticking out. And once you've done that, twist and push together the ends. So you do that in opposite direction and create a more accentuated twist to this coil. And you get what I call a helix bead. And it really picks up on the light. It's fantastic for earrings and necklace designs. So if you make a whole load of those, you can make a memory wire bangle, or you can thread it onto monofilament. So start off by making the end of the bangle, plug with a bead, and then all you have to do is feed on your helix beads and alternatively pop on a bead in between, and that will help them sit better on the bangle. So I'm just using a mixture of metal tones, the gold and the silver, which I like as a combination. It's quite neutral with the pearls. So you just thread them on just as you would beads, and alternatively fill up the length that you require. Obviously that's up to you. And you can also buy memory wire choker bases and do the same thing. And if you don't want the lengths of these helix beads to be as long, you can obviously chop them up into smaller units. So once you've done all of that and you've pushed the beads and the helix wire coil beads right up to the end, then you just sort of make a little link at the end. Now, if you cut through the helix bead coils, you will see that you end up with beautiful little oval links or jump rings. So that's a way of getting your oval links. So I'm just going to use one to hang off the last link of my bangle, just like I would a circular jump ring, and then I'm just going to feed on a little drop bead just to finish the bangle design and give it a little bit of, a bit more decoration. And once you've done that and you've really made sure that the component is closed, it's sealed, it's not going to open, so spend a bit of time because you don't want it to catch and open up. And it's as simple as that. Here's a memory wire helix bead bangle. So there's lots of different ideas for jewellery that you can do. I'm going to make some earrings to match now. So here are two other bits of coils. See, you can cut them down in size. If you don't want something so long, you cut through the twist and just neaten up the ends so that they are both similar. That's if you're making earrings or little beads for a necklace. And I'm going to use 0.8 20 gauge to thread a bead, then my little bit of helix. It's a shorter one than my one on my bangle. And now, because the helix bead has a big opening, you have to roll and roll the wire to create a chunky jump ring. Otherwise it's going to fall through the space, the gap. Do you see how that's just disappeared? So you need to do about 3 coils so that it sits and doesn't go through the open space of the bead. And there's my completed earring. I've got it with a little dangle at the end just to finish it off. And with any of the cut off pieces you can make chain link system, and you can create little bracelet like this. So here are a few more ideas of variations of pieces that I've created out of the pig's nose attachment. So I hope you have fun also creating your own variations. Many thanks for watching.